Alright, what do I do? Oh, I think it's going.
Mine's going too. Oh, hey guys, what's happening? So I'm going live on Evie's channel, Evie Nova, on YouTube right now. Check it out, youtube.com/Evie Nova. Yeah, let's do it.
Why is it so bright? This is so bright. This is so bright. Oh, Nomad is here. Can you hear me? Is my audio working? I know the picture doesn't look that good. I wonder why it's so bright. Whoa. Let's turn on the light. That's a little bit better. It looks like I'm naked, but I have a shirt on. It's just, it's so bright. I don't know. Yes, working. Okay, how to, oh.
Did you say naked?
No. Looks like I'm naked. Okay, Nomad is here. Mary is here. Road Trip Eddie. Hey, Road Trip Eddie. Ooh, Nomad, it looks like you have the wrench, which means you are officially a moderator. Harry is here. The picture's a little washed out. I know, it looks so weird. I can hear you. Okay, how do I fix the picture? Oh, hold on. No, how do I do this? I know I can do this. Let me try it. Maybe if I... no. How do I... Oh, I see it. There's a little thing over here. Right here. Bubbles? Ooh, bubbles. Jed, you said naked. Well, I'm on my iPad. I can't turn the exposure down, but I can do a filter. Whoa, whoa, can you see that? That is so cool. Glamour. Beam. What about this one? Does beam work? I think it looks so bright because it's still light outside and I'm inside the van. So, here we go. That's better. That's better. But then it's just on my boobies. Like this.
Boobies?
Hello, Evie. Whoa. Okay, 8mm. Ooh, I like this one. There we go. Okay. I'm on my iPad, so it's not a wide angle, so we'll have to, like, compromise. We'll have to, like, scoot. Our van is so wide, it's like, we'll have to scoot. Oh, thank you, Lori. Thank you so much. You're so nice. Oh, my God. Stana says, love you guys. Nice. Yay. Yeah. Ooh, we'll have 42 people watching, and we'll have 5 likes already.
Nice.
Sun will be setting quickly. It's just set here in Tucson. Yes, it's like, it's behind the mountain, which is nice.
You know where the gorilla pod is?
Gorilla pot? I don't know. It's probably in the back somewhere. Okay, what about this one? Dawn? Too bright. Ooh, black and white. How about that? Montreal. Hey, Montreal. Ontario, Canada. Lots of people from Canada. We need to go to Canada.
Yup.
Do I look okay? Okay.
You look super hot.
Sephia? Ooh. Here we go. I like this one.
I'm gonna try to find the gorilla pod.
It feels like I'm in a like old school movie, you know. Hi Evie from Christina. Bonnie and Clyde look. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Do you make enough money with YouTube to make it worth it? It's growing. The more we put up the videos, the more we can make. So it depends. It depends on your bills, right? So if you have lots of bills, then YouTube is not gonna make a cut for you. But if you only have like a few bills and they're pretty, where's the camera? Right here. If you have just a few bills and they're small enough, you can definitely work.
That depends too, because
yeah,
I mean, there's lots of ways to make money on YouTube. Lots of ways. That's no. The ad revenue is, according to the people who do it professionally and who talk about doing it professionally, the best way is not through ad revenue. It's the lowest dollar amount. You can make more money with other things, and it's not reliable. Like a lot of our videos get demonetized all the time. Her one today announcing this live stream got demonetized.
Yeah, got demonetized right away. It's a 2-minute video of me just saying, hey, I have a live stream, got demonetized right away. Although the last, I would say, 10 videos or so, if not more, actually been good. Only one of them got demonetized like a day later, which I didn't really care about because I already got like the views I'm gonna get from it. And then I got monetized again, and then today's video, the 2-minute video, got demonetized. So I've been pretty good the last 10 videos or so, but yeah, the ad revenue is just a small portion. There's a lot of different ways you can make money from YouTube. Somebody asked, the ride with me asked, are you paying after ban or did you buy it in full? We bought it in full. We paid cash for it. So
You paid cash.
I paid cash for it. So no payments on the van. From Jax, Florida. Hey, hey.
So to answer the question in short, YouTube, if you're doing it full time, which you have to do full time to make any money with it, is a lot of work. And if you don't absolutely love doing it, it's definitely not worth it. If you absolutely love doing it and you love doing it all the time, then you can make it worth it with enough hard work and time.
Yeah.
For most people. Some people, you know, they spend a ton of energy and time on the channels and they just never take off for whatever reason. So there's a little bit of luck involved too.
Yeah, there's definitely need to be luck. Black and white, nice. Yeah, so Spazly, I lost my monetization, 1,000 subs. Yeah, since the new update, a lot of channels lost the monetization because they don't have enough subs or enough watch time. You need to have 4,000 hours of watch time, which is a lot. You have to have a lot of views and videos for that to happen. I'm happy I monetized my channel when I did and got to this point when I did. So okay, Jed, I love your new toy from Christina.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm in Philippines for 2 weeks, but I still got to watch this live stream. Oh, awesome.
Isn't that cool? Like all the way across the world.
We have like for people from Philippines and the East Coast and Canada, full color. 8mm. Hi, Jesse.
Jesse!
Hi.
What's up, Jesse?
Patreon helps a lot with making money on YouTube. For some people, it definitely helps a lot. Not for us.
Yeah, we don't make very much on Patreon at all, but it helps add a level of stability to it because the ad revenue and the other ways you make money with YouTube, like affiliate links and sponsorships and stuff like that, are very erratic and all over the place. One month you can make, you know, a very, very, very small amount of money that isn't even enough to cover your bills. The next month you could make enough to cover your bills for 3 months.
Yeah.
So it's very erratic, and Patreon helps level that out and helps like you mellow out a little bit and be able to like feel more confident spending more time making videos, less time doing other things.
Yeah, and then I try personally. I'm still trying to figure out how to change my Patreon. I have like the tiers and stuff. I'm gonna change it all up. Because I do want to spend more time on Patreon and I want to get like closer to my Patreons. So I have a few ideas I'm going to be implementing this coming week and hopefully that helps. So Mike says, hi guys, I enjoy your videos. You're such a cute couple. Oh, thank you. You make van life look fun. You know, van life is fun. It is a lot of fun, but it also a lot of work and it can be very challenging and it can be very hard too. Especially like, you know, we live in such a tiny space, and Jed just did a video on their living in the van as a couple where we, you know, we do fight and we do argue, and you know, we're just a regular couple. So on the days when we fight and argue, it can be very tough for sure.
Even without that, it can be tough some days too. But I mean, obviously, if the good days didn't make up for the hard days, we wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Evelyn says, love you guys. Thank you. Okay. My wife and I really enjoy your split channels. It's a lot of fun to see two different views on the same story, dirt bike, and of course the separate stuff you each do. Awesome, thank you. I'm actually going to be doing a video on talking more about why we have separate channels and kind of explaining it more, because I do get a lot of questions from my subscribers and people who are new to my channel asking me why do we have separate channels, or when they do find out that Judd has his own channel, they're kind of confused by it. So I'm going to make a whole video like going more in detail about it, which I think should be very interesting, and a lot of people might make it might find it interesting, especially couples who are trying to do van life or who do want to start a channel or two separate channels. It might help them. Let's say Fuga and Furgo, XOXO, Rick Chan trading stocks, Forex. No.
Eventually.
Eventually.
The thing is, right now I have some credit card debt, and the interest rates on those are all like, you know, 15 to 30% for one of them. And it makes more sense to pay those off than start investing and getting into something that's got, you know, I don't know, maybe hopefully like 2 to 10% return. Like I'm much better off paying off all my debts before I get into investing. And during this period where I'm paying off my debts before I start investing, I'm doing a ton of research, and I want to have a really good idea of what I'm doing before I go in there.
Snownaff says, I'm 6'3", could I stand up in your van? I'm pretty sure you can. A few of our friends who are very tall got in our van, and they were able to stand up with like their heads pretty much touching the top, and they were both either over 6 feet.
I think Seven Wonders of the World. I think he is 6'3".
6'3".
He was fine in
He
here.
was fine. Yeah, and ours is only 24 inches. You could get high tops that are 30 inches high. So if you get that one, you'll definitely can stand up. Jesse says, I just joined your Patreon, Evie. Yes, I saw that. Thank you so much, Jesse. I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you, No Money Nomad.
Yeah, thank you, No Money Nomad. Yes, we have a moderator. Woof. Let's see. Oh, sorry,
Thank
Phil.
you, Jesse.
Good job, NMN. No Money Nomad. Okay. Was there a reason for getting a high top, or instead of buying a taller van like Ford Transit high top? I mean, was it cheaper? Yeah, so the Ford Transits, or the vans that are already high enough, number one, they were out of our price range. Especially the ones with like low miles and in good conditions, they're just too expensive. The Sprinter vans are ridiculously expensive, even the ones that are in the shitty conditions, and everything is expensive about them. Getting parts is expensive. Finding a mechanic who not only knows how to work on them but willing to work on them is pretty much impossible. And working on Sprinters by yourself is a pain and very hard. So our option, getting the van and then later on getting the high top, was the most, I guess, the cheapest and the most reasonable way for us to do it. It made the most sense at the time.
This van we bought it for 4,000, right?
We bought it for 5,000. Yeah.
Okay, we put another 1,000 into it, and tires and brakes and a couple other little things. So it was 6,000 for the van with less than 90,000 miles, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was in really good shape, really well taken care of. It ran amazingly, even without a tune-up on it.
Yeah.
And then the high top was $4,000, right?
Just under $4,000.
Yeah. So for 10,000, we got a low miles, great condition van with a brand new high top on it. That's super high quality. The company that did this, Vibrine, does amazing work. So we would not be able to find a Sprinter or a Transit or a ProMaster with this low of miles and this good a condition for that price. So it ended up being way cheaper to do it this way.
Why the Kevin thing Jed talked about yesterday? Don't break up, okay?
We're not breaking up.
We're not breaking up. We just, with getting the bike and being two people in such a small van, even though it's a big van, sometimes we want a little bit more storage for like water. Because right now we can carry enough water to last us for like 4 or 5 days probably. So if we have the second van, we can store more water, and we can store all of our tools. Like we have a lot of power tools that we left in Portland, and having those with us would be cool if we want to build new things or fix new things. But thinking more about it, we're thinking still go get it, but probably just sell it down the road, and then eventually upgrade to a schoolie or something like that.
Yeah, but eventually. You just paid that, 10,000, 11, probably 12,000 total. No, probably 13,000 with the whole build out. I mean, we could take the battery with us, and that was $1,000 for that thing, or 900.
Yeah.
And some other things we'd take with us, but
it's she's
not gonna make the money back right away, and she just spent it on this thing.
Yeah,
but,
so it's gonna be a long ways away, like a year or so.
Yeah, and I also don't want to start building out a schoolie. If we had to get a different vehicle right now, I would just get a Class C and hold on to it for a year and get rid of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do another build out right now.
Spazza says dual sub. Oh, thank you.
Nice.
Scott Sturgeon, are your visors down? When Jed raised his arm, the colors became less washed out. No, they're up right now. You can see it, I guess.
I think it's because we have the tint stripe up there.
Yeah. Tell the truth, living with the guy in the small space, are there some foods he's not allowed to eat to avoid any pile of smells? No, living with the guy in the van, at least living with Jed in the van, hasn't been, like, I haven't had any issues besides him leaving his socks on the floor. That's probably one of my biggest pet peeves, is Jed's leaving his socks on the floor. And most recently, I've started trying to make the bed in the morning, because I read that successful people make the bed in the mornings as the first thing, and it kind of starts your day and you accomplish one thing when you first wake up. So like we're getting in the habit of doing that. But besides that, no, Jed is allowed to eat anything he wants,
That's
even
right.
though he farts. But yeah, it's been, I haven't had any issues. We're very similar in a lot of things, and we're super laid back. So we haven't really had any problems. Um, they're using photo effects. Yes, I'm gonna change it up again.
You should just pick one that looks nice and just leave. That's too weird.
Yeah, party, party,
Ah,
or bubbles.
that's
Let's do
cool.
bubbles. Here we go. We'll do
Okay.
bubbles. Okay. Thanks for explanation. Thanks, Jed. You're welcome. Love the vids. Thank you, Lori. Uh, credit cards are a trap for funding van life. Uh,
Yes and no. Yeah, I wouldn't trade, the year and a half pretty much that I lived on credit cards because YouTube took a long time for it to start paying enough to pay my bills. I lived on credit cards and I had like what $4,000 debt. $4,000 for like the coolest experience of my life, traveling around the country in a van, like that's nothing. People
no.
people pay that kind of money on weekend trips all the
Mm-hmm.
time. Like
Yeah.
totally worth it in my mind. Well, you add the interest and it's another extra probably 2,000 or more, but it's I think it's totally worth it. I'm gonna pay them off eventually. My income level is gonna rise enough where it's no problem paying them off, and it'll be
Yeah.
it's not a big. I don't recommend it, but it's definitely not the most financially responsible thing to do if you're looking at it that way. But I look at life more from an experience and a happiness point of view than a fiscally responsible point of view. So I'm not. Happiness is more important to me than money.
All right, so Ray Ray says, you guys are awesome. Hang in there. If you do what you love, the money will eventually come. That is so true. If you're doing something
Definitely.
that you're super passionate about and you love doing and you stick with that, eventually, it will take you somewhere. So life works in the mysterious ways. When you need help or you need something, or you're like, if you need something to help, to make your life better, it will come at the right time. So about when will you be in Denver area? We'll take you guys out to eat. Oh, thank you, Rick. We don't know. We're not planning anything ahead. I mean, as far as we plan like a day ahead, pretty much, if that. We just kind of go with the flow. Of Denver. Few times, I absolutely love that city. We'll definitely get there at some point. That's some kombucha. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jed loves
I love it.
kombucha. Thank you, Almighty Nomad, that user YouTube. It's been a long troll of mine. Probably the biggest fan. That's true.
They
Like
watch all your
they watch
videos,
all of
they
my.
comment, they dislike, they
Oh
get that
yeah.
algorithm rolling
Oh
for you.
yeah.
It's a blessing in disguise, that one.
Okay, great deal. MPG now versus low top. We actually did a test the other like few days ago, I think, when we were driving back from Slab City, and we calculated it was like 15 miles per gallon, and that included city and highway driving, and we drove through the mountain, so up the mountain, down the mountain. It was about 15. So I don't think there's a huge change.
I do. I noticed we didn't actually test before we got to the top, but I noticed the needle definitely moving faster. Probably got 17 before. It's probably 2 miles per gallon
Yeah,
different
it's
for a V8 full size van.
yeah. Great to catch your live stream. Love both your channels. Oh, thank you,
Thank you.
Dreamweaver. Okay. Or work on the other RV for cash. Jay Moore. Did I miss another of your things?
Yeah, I don't understand that. What does it
Yeah,
mean?
or work on the other RV for cash. Like working on RVs for cash? Jesse asked what's up with the Astro.
We're going to get it from Oregon. It's in storage up in Oregon in the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna sell it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Let's see. Jeff says you guys are awesome. I hope to meet you on the road next year. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Yeah.
See you then.
Yeah, we'll probably, we love meeting subscribers, especially when we're on the road and it's in a small setting, like we're meeting 1 or 2 subscribers, because that way we get to know you guys a lot better and more on the personal level and actually like hang out versus like gigantic groups like RTR. So, hi from Australia. Woo!
Nice.
Travis says, good to hear how much for Jed's van. Also, feel free to swing by if you're in the San Francisco Bay area. Showers, tools, parking, and home cooked food. Oh, thank you, Travis.
Nice. Thank you so much. I'm not sure yet. It's got a literally brand new. Well, the transmission went from Portland, Oregon to what's that festival? Burning Man, and then back to Portland, Oregon. So it's
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, probably got 600 miles on the transmission or something. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And the engine, I just put a new rebuilt engine in it, and the entire front end is rebuilt. The entire cooling system. I went like the extra mile when I rebuilt it because I was planning on keeping it forever. So I was like, I put the new engine in it. I was like, let's just replace everything that goes with it, everything that's even potentially worn out. Let's replace it. In the front end, it really only needs rear shocks. Doesn't like need them, but it would definitely be really nice to have rear shocks and a windshield, and that's pretty much it. You know, the rest is like little stuff, like the power door locks don't work on all the doors. The power windows work great though, and I yanked the entire AC system out. So if somebody lives in the desert, it's definitely a problem. I was thinking, see, here's the problem. I just put like 2,500 in the transmission and like 2,500 in the engine, so I want to get like $5,000 for it, but I doubt anybody's gonna pay that. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it seems like no matter what, I'm gonna lose money on it.
Yeah. Okay. I have a lot of questions and comments. So I'm gonna have to skip a lot of them, guys. So I'm sorry.
They're adding up now.
Yeah. Lori asked, "Did you ever gotten pulled over?" No. We haven't gotten pulled over since.
Not on this van, and I don't think I ever got pulled over in my Astro either, which is awesome.
I don't remember last time I got pulled over, but what I do when I do get pulled over, at least what I used to do, is I would just speak Russian to them and pretend like I don't speak any English, and it usually works. They usually just get annoyed and let me go. So I don't know if it will work now since Jed is in the van and he doesn't speak any Russian. So let's see. Consider a cargo trailer for tools, bike, and storage.
Maybe. A lot of people suggested that. I mean, with the length we have. See, one of the reasons I didn't want a trailer is because they're so long that you have to really sacrifice parking and stuff. But we already have that now because we have an extended van with the thing on the back. We take up 2 parking spots, like no matter what. So we might as well just have a trailer. It wouldn't really limit us any more than it does now, but they are expensive. I was looking at them online, and they're like $3,000 to $4,000 for a little cargo trailer. I'm like, geez, dude.
Yeah, that's pricey.
You could do a lot with that money, you know?
Yeah. I like this question a lot. Do you have nicknames for each other? We don't have like a set nicknames, but sometimes I call him like Sweetie Pie. And then you call me Evie May.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Call it Evely with an L.
Yeah.
And Evie May.
Yeah, so we don't have like set nicknames, but they change up. So just kind of what comes to mind. Let's see. Joanne says, hi guys from Utah.
I want to go to Utah and ride my bike.
Hello, you look like you're in an old movie. What's up with that? Oh, it's the filters. I'm doing the live stream on the iPad. Oh, I like this one. So I'm using the filters. Let's see. How's the bike? Love it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes.
It was so much fun to ride. I took it on a ride yesterday up on some really tight twisties up here and just railed it, man. It was so much fun. Yeah. And then, you know, just a few days before, I was at Fiesta Island tearing it up in the sand. So it does everything.
And I was riding it too.
She was riding in the sand. Nobody ever watched our videos. I think YouTube had a problem with that. Hey, real quick shout out to No Money Nomad, man. You are doing us a huge favor with the moderating. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Really appreciate it.
You brought the bubbles from the beach to your van. Yes. Always be saving for your replacement vehicle. That's yeah. I mean, you need, having savings is important for anything, you know, whether your vehicle breaks down and you need to get a new one, or you need to fly somewhere to see family, which I need to go fly back at some point to Russia to go see my family. So I need to start saving for that because tickets are expensive. Are you all gonna head to New England anytime this spring or summer? It would be great to show you all some of the beauty up here. Fall time.
Yeah, we want to be there in the fall. We want to. I spent not last year, but the 2 years before that, I spent in Massachusetts and up there, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And driving down, it got too cold around like, you know, November, and my job was over at the haunted house, so I drive down south and. Driving through all those trees, man, it is just absolutely breathtaking up there. And I love the people, too, the attitude. I love it.
Crafted Nomad says, watching in my van in Grand Junction, Colorado. Yeah, fellow nomad. Okay, Evie, will you ever model? I used to model when I was younger. I used to be a model. I don't think I'll model Now I think I'm too old for that now, I guess. But they are old. There are models in their 30s now, so it's a new norm to have older models. So I don't know. I don't think so. I would rather be behind the camera than in front of it. So let's see. 15 mpg is good for a high top extended van. Yes, it is. What is the tattoo on your shoulder? This one over here, it's like trees and flowers. I got a lot of requests lately to do a full video on all of my tattoos, which I think I'm gonna do. I've done it before, like when I first started my channel. It's probably one of my earlier videos, but it's inside. It's like in the vlog. It's a small portion of the vlog, and I didn't talk about tattoos. So I think I'm gonna do like a full video showing off my tattoos and like explaining why I got them and where I got them and stuff like that. Oh my god, we have a person from Germany.
Nice.
That's awesome. Balloonies.
Guten Tag.
Have you guys thought about building vans out for extra cash? I think you guys are great and have a lot of knowledge that people would pay for.
I would help somebody if they needed help, and I would give them the information to do them themselves, but I do not want to work on someone else's van, because if something happens to go wrong with it, and they get hurt, or somebody else gets hurt, or their van burns down or something, I don't want that liability.
No.
So I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Let's see. Jesse, I'm glad you're still here. Unicellular panels are 16 inches wide. The glue on might fit the size of the high top. Have you heard of those? Are those like flexible ones, or like what are they called? Flexible ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you like this van better than the Astro?
On the highway, yes, it drives better on the highway because it's extended, so it's smoother and it's not as twitchy, and also the steering box isn't as tight. So on the Astro, you barely turn the steering wheel and you're turning. So in the city, the Astro is way better to drive than this thing. It's way more fun. It's peppier. That engine that's in it was built for a race truck, so it's got a little pep to it, you know. So it's really fun to drive, especially in the city. But on the highway, it's definitely not as fun. Or as easy to drive.
That's better because the camera was getting all like
yeah, noisy.
Noisy, yeah. Okay.
It's so
I
bright, though.
lasted.
Can we maybe?
Okay. You can buy trailer direct from manufacturer in Georgia and save tons. Oh, the dash cam just turned on. Oh, thank you, Nomad. We're gonna look into it and see. Yeah, having a trailer might be a good option for us. So we'll see. We're still trying to figure it out and see what's best for us.
Do you know the name of that manufacturer by chance?
Let's see. I know you got riding experience, Jed. Are you already yearning?
No.
For a bigger bike?
Not at all. My last two bikes were 600 Super Sports, and the problem with those is they were so fast that you could only wind them out when you're out on country roads or on the track. I mean, by the time you got out of first gear, you're already breaking every speed limit, and it just wasn't as fun. It's way more fun to get a little bike like this that you can wind out all over the place and just flip through the gears and, you know, redline through every gear. It is so much more fun. I love it. I do want, you know, another sport bike, you know, mainly for going to the track and for like highway runs and stuff and really high speed. But I was railing the twisties out here at 70 miles an hour yesterday, and it was doing great, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. So I would much rather have a smaller bike to have fun on like this and really push it, because I can get so much closer to its limit, you know, of speed and angle and everything than I can a bigger bike. So for me, I'd rather ride a slow bike fast than a fast bike slow any day. I don't have to hold back on it. You know, I could just go for it. I love it.
Jesse, please drive home safe. And Read More says, love your channel. Thank you so much. Do you guys have a heater in the van? No, we don't. The only heaters we do use as each other, and then Lily also produces body heat, and then we have an amazing down comforter. So, but besides those things, we don't have any heaters, and Jed is one of the kind, so you can't really find a heater like him anywhere else. And I'm not gonna give him up. So,
You're cute.
Have you ever thought about coming to UK, London? Yes, we do want to travel
Absolutely.
Europe and Asia and go to Russia, so I can show him around Russia and for him to meet my family. So we just need to get him a passport. So, and then once we get him a passport, save enough money for plane tickets, then we'll go.
Phase 1 was getting out on the road in the U.S. Phase 2 is getting my financial situation figured out, and Phase 3 is traveling the world.
Yeah. You're in your 30s. You don't look it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Jed is in his 30s. I'm almost in my 30s. How old am I?
29.
28.
You're 28? Yeah, you're 28.
I'm 28. Yeah, I'll be 29 this year.
There's got to be something else we can do with this light.
Let's see. Driving home. Okay, I lost it. Oh my god, I lost it. Oh my god, we have so many. Okay. I'm gonna have to skip a few, guys. I'm sorry.
There's little kids playing with my motorcycle right now.
There?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, so how was Slab City? I told the buddy of mine about Slab City, and he YouTube searched it and your video. Oh, that's awesome. Once Jed comes back, we're gonna talk a little bit about the Slab City thing. My favorite young couple. Oh, thank you. Will they do a documentary about you and your van lifestyles? Thank you. I think we're going to be in a documentary. We got interviewed by a documentary person when we were at the RTR. Okay, so before I go to the other questions, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to skip some of them because we have so many. I am
business card once there.
New business cards, Jed Van Bill Consultant.
There you go.
And then how are you connected to the internet right now? I'm just using my iPad and I have self-service on my iPad. It's part of our cell phone plan. So, okay. So before I continue, how was Slab City? Slab City was amazing, at least for us. We had an awesome experience. We were only there for like 2 days, like a half day, a full day, and a half day. So it was amazing, and we had a lot of fun. But I think huge part of it was because we were very cautious. We didn't hang out like at the bar. We didn't hang with many locals. We were like kind of guarded and stay to ourselves, and we just go into the actual Slab City when we want to see something, and we try to be very respectful.
We were tourists. We went to the tourist places and talked to the people who were in charge of the tourist places. We trusted our intuition. We did not trust anybody. And we were respectful, and we were conscious about our surroundings. We paid attention to our surroundings. So I made that video, what really happened at Slab City the other day, and since then I've gotten so many messages from people about this one video that came out. This couple got drugged, and some absolutely horrendous things happened to them. And they accepted some drinks from strangers there, and the drinks had drugs in them, and they got drugged. And rule number 1 is I never accept food or drinks from strangers because you never know what's going to happen. People can pretend like they're your best friends and they're wolves in sheep's clothing. There are evil people everywhere, no matter where you go. And I don't think it's fair to say that, you know, Slab City is a terrible place because of what happened to that couple, because those people who do things like that are everywhere. Go to any downtown anywhere and you're going to see psychopaths, you're going to see drug addicts, you're going to see criminals, you're going to see rapists, you're going to see all those people, and you probably won't even know it. And it's everywhere. Those people are absolutely everywhere. So you've got to be cautious, and you've got to trust your intuition. If something doesn't feel right, get out. I've got a feeling when they took those drinks, they were like, something's not right about this. I probably shouldn't do this, and they did it anyway. And I'm not saying that's their fault that those things happen to them, because it's absolutely not. But I am saying that if you trust your intuition, you know, 9 times out of 10 you can prevent terrible things like that from happening. Yeah. So my experience at Slab City was amazing. I loved it. Yeah. I want to go back.
Yeah, we had an amazing experience. And another thing I want to add, I have gotten a lot of comments as well on my Slab City videos saying how our videos like are false because it's a horrible place and we shouldn't have an amazing experience there. And you know, Slab City attracts a lot of different people. I mean, anywhere in the world there's going to be a lot of different people. So just because somebody had a horrible experience there doesn't void our experience that was amazing. And just because we had an amazing experience doesn't void anybody else's experience that was, you know, horrible. So you just have to be cautious and be on guard and kind of, you know, trust your intuition. So
the place is very small and it's very unique. So everything that happens there is polarized, and People, it's so easy for everybody, including myself, to get into this black and white thinking of everything is good or bad when everything is a mix.
Yeah.
Nothing is good or bad, or everything's a combination of things depending on how you look at it.
I mean, the people we have talked to who are locals there, we've talked to some amazing people who are very nice and welcoming and, smart and genuine, but we also talked to some people who are kind of like, maybe a little sketch. So, we talked for a little bit and got out because we didn't feel comfortable, didn't feel safe. So, anyways, we're going to move on. The one thing I want to address is Brit Girl. Thank you so much. And what brand type is the van? It's a Chevy Express 2500 extended to 1997. Damn, it's 21 years old already. Can you believe that? Lily rules? Yes, she does. She's actually right between us on the floor taking a nap. I have to feed her dinner, I would say, probably an hour or so. So maybe actually a little bit less. When in Russia are you from? I have been several times to St. Petersburg, Moscow, Kazan, and Volgograd. I'm from Moscow. I actually have a few videos about my experience moving to the United States and talking a little bit of my childhood. I was born and raised in Moscow, and I've spent a lot of time in St. Petersburg, only because I have a lot of friends there, and I love taking the old Soviet train there. So I can't wait to take Judd there and show him around and show him like all the amazing places and for him to meet my family. I think my family is very small, and I think he would love every single one of them. So let's see. I did supermoto for years on the KTM 640. I hear you, a fast person on the slow bike will always outride a slow rider on the fast bike.
Definitely. I'm not about being the fastest out there. I'm about having fun, man. And pushing a little bike to its limit and going balls out is way more fun than being reserved on something fast,
Dan, thank you so much. And Brit Girl, do you teach classes on this van living? No classes, but we do have a lot of videos. We have like tips and how-tos and suggestions, or, what are those videos called?
How-tos?
How-tos, yeah, just educational videos. So both of our channels will have like a playlist where you can find all different videos, and we'll definitely be making more of them as well.
Yeah, I got probably 60 in my van dwelling playlist now. Videos just specific on living in a van on different topics.
Passport is 140-ish. Yeah, it's about 150 bucks for a passport. Not that much, but it's still a lot of money. So we definitely need to like budget for it or save for it, so we can apply for his passport. Didn't think Jed was in his 30s. Sweet, I'm 30. Yeah, Jed looks very young for his age.
Does.
Yeah. You both are a cute couple. Thank you so much. The drama of live feed. You see, we have a No Money Nomad who is patrolling our live feed. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. And then David said something in some Korean, looks like. I don't know. I can't read Korean. I'm sorry. Lightning better with the last fix. Okay. Do you think you'll get a bike, Evie, so you guys can ride together? Yes, I really, really want to. Probably gonna get a used one. I don't have the money right now, so I need to start saving. So hopefully soon enough I'll be able to get the bike. Let's see. I remember Dave 2D has some interesting stories about the Slab.
Dave 2D has interesting stories about everything.
Yes.
He attracts all kinds of interesting, crazy things.
Yeah.
He's an interesting guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he is. We're able to meet him at the RTR, and yeah, he's a very interesting and funny guy for sure. You're the one who has to go through this process, and the other, I don't know what. Okay. I guess. Okay, but I can. Oh my God, there's so many messages. Evie, will you use the phrase moose and squirrel in the sentence? Moose and squirrel? I don't. Yes. Be respectful, but don't take shit. Stick up for yourself. That's a good thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely got to be assertive. If you look like, you have no idea what's going on and you're just looking around like, yeah, you can definitely make yourself a target by your behavior and your body language.
Yeah. Okay, Jerry Raven is here. Yeah, finally. I'm pretty sure you missed our last live stream, so I'm glad to see you here. You have to drink in Russia. Family insists. Vanya will clean you out. Yes, that's true.
You should read that in a more Russian accent.
You have to drink in Russia. Vanya will clean you out.
Family insists.
Yeah. Just getting home. Gotta live stream in a second to get situated. Okay, Jesse. Um, Valentine Day idea. Jed, give Evie a lifetime supply of her vitamin drink. Yes.
I don't think the current supply of all the vitamin water that exists right now in the world would be enough for her.
Yes. You and Jed should go over it on the ebook and now the income stream. I've actually been thinking about possibly writing a little book because I have so many interesting stories just from like my childhood and my life. And then, moving to United States at such a young age and making it on my own. I think that book could potentially be very interesting. I'm not very good at writing. English is my second language, so I would have to have Jet like proofread it all the time to make sure I'm like writing correctly. And it's a lot of work, but I think it would be very interesting. So it's probably gonna take me months and months and months, but I am thinking about writing a book. Like both of your channels, any advice for someone thinking of unveiling?
That's the second time I've gotten that question in the last 24 hours, which means that I need to make a video about that. I think that get your money situated first, figure out what you're going to do for money, and make sure that it works. My idea was that I just find odd jobs on Craigslist, and that did not really work for me. Next one is always trust your intuition. Before you build your van out and do like this super elaborate thing and spend a bunch of money and time on building it out, just do something really simple. Just throw a mattress in the back and have a jug of water and some totes or something for the rest of your stuff. And you don't go too elaborate, because no matter what you do, I can almost guarantee you that you're gonna find something you wish you would have done differently, if not everything. So take it slow and build slowly, and probably take weekend trips first. You got any?
There's no perfect time for it. So if it's something that you really, really want to do and you think it's for you, definitely try it. I wouldn't just, spend all your money on the van and go, but, maybe if you have a minivan, go for like a week trip and like see how you do it, and they'll give you a better idea of what you need and what you don't need and what kind of space you need. So just start going on smaller trips, and then eventually it will just kind of grow into your home, whatever vehicle it might be. So
check out my van dwelling playlist. I've got like probably over 60 videos on there, and she's got a bunch too.
What vitamin water do you like? I like this kind, Energy. It's tropical citrus. I know it's backwards, but Energy tropical citrus. It's the yellow kind. I loved it. It tastes so good. Let's see, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Moose and Squirrel. It's the old movie, right? Or a cartoon?
It's an old cartoon.
Oh, okay.
What herbs are your favorite to blast off in outer space? Lori butt. Nice. I don't smoke marijuana.
Yeah, we don't.
She didn't either.
I don't. I used to work at the dispensary though. When Jed and I met, I worked there, and so I know a lot about it. I just don't use it anymore. So. Hi, you two, live from Australia. Oh, thank you. A lot of Australians and Canadians. It's amazing. Drea Raymond says, I'm trying to find me a new tiny house on wheels, hopefully a full-size van, but it feels like the universe is fighting me. Aw, you'll find it. Whatever, the right van will come at the right time. So you just have to be patient, just keep looking, and it will all work out.
If you think the universe is fighting you, then the universe is fighting you. If you think the universe is for you and it's just helping you find the perfect thing, that's good. Perfect.
Okay, that's better.
ADV Rider, I think might be what it's called. I don't know.
There's a channel, what's his name? The one who has a van too?
Cycle
Cruiser, and the guy, the something 420.
Oh, Joey Mack,
Joey Mack,
I like both of them. I like Cycle Cruiser. He's a no BS guy. I like him a lot. And Joey Mack 420. His videos are so clickbait. It's ridiculous. He has fun with it, and his videos are just so much fun to ride. He is such a skilled rider. It's amazing.
Kathy says, I think you do very well in English. I admire anyone like you who is bilingual. Oh, thank you.
She learned all by herself when she was 16. Came to America by herself and learned how to speak English in an ice cream shop.
Yeah, I never took any English classes, so I learned how I learned English by just kind of listening to people and watching TV and the radio. And then I got a job at the ice cream shop and started selling ice cream, and that's when I learned how to speak it well, not properly, but I learned how to speak it. Oh, the light just died.
Yeah, it's dead.
And so for the first few months of me speaking English, it was all ice cream terms, like straight up ice cream, because that's the only thing I knew how to properly say. So yeah, and that's how I learned English. Just bought a Kodiak generator. Hope it works. Fingers crossed. Thanks for the
Nice.
discount. Thank you, Bonnie.
There's so much research and development that went into those things. They had to spend so much money and so much time perfecting that thing. So I pretty much guarantee you it's gonna work. And if it doesn't, they have an awesome warranty policy and a no lemon policy. So if you have any problems within the first year, you'll be totally taken care of. So I wouldn't worry about it not working. If you mean by having enough power and being able to charge it enough, it only takes about 4 or 5 hours to charge it in a vehicle fully charged. If you only have a 100-watt solar panel, it'll probably take a couple days. The 100 watts just isn't enough. And plugging into a wall, I think it takes 11 hours with a standard charger, but you can get the fast charger, which I think only takes 4 or 5 hours to fully charge. And that's from dead.
Yeah, it's amazing. We've been using it and we both love it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
All right, Michael says Evie Novo rocks. That's true. I rock. Also, don't spend everything on your van. You're going to have repairs and other issues you'll need to fund later. That is true. Yes,
you always have backup money. If you don't have the money to have a couple $1,000s in savings, at least have credit cards. That's my advice. But obviously, if you can have the cash, it's better.
Right, so a lot of vendors seem to be very vague about how they make money. So is photography and YouTube channels your main source of income or jobs? Yes. So I think I possibly got another wedding gig, which is coming up here soon. So yeah, I just try to find photography gigs, and that's how I make money. And then YouTube also makes me money. And then I make a little bit on the what's it called, digital assistant or like internet assistant website where I like complete task, and depends how many I do, that's how I get paid. So I can spend all day every day and make good money, or I can do a little bit at a time and make a little money. So those are probably like the main, and then a little bit on Amazon, a little bit on Patreon, stuff like that. So it kind of like we have several sources of income, and they all add up, and they all change month to month. Some month I'll make more with photography than YouTube, and some month I will make more with YouTube than photography. So it all kind of depends.
Jesse, you rock, man. Thank you so much for that donation.
Yeah, thank you, Jesse. Ryan says hello. Sam at Life Afar is a good channel from Travels from Duty with Travel. Thank you. We'll definitely check it out. You guys are so awesome and sweet. Can't wait to meet you guys someday once I get mobile again. Yes, you're arriving. We definitely need to meet. Maybe next time we're in Oregon, we can stop by your place and meet up. What are your ages? We answered earlier. 31, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 31 and 28. Love that have Evie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nomad Money. Yes, No Money Nomad. Thank you so much. You rock. Probably the best moderator of all times. My husband has a Triumph Tiger 800 motorbike. He loves going off-road, so much riding. Ever coming to Australia or New Zealand?
Absolutely love to. I want to ride Australia so bad.
Yes, we're definitely going to get there at some point. Ooh, Mazda Road Life is here. What's your favorite ice cream flavor? Cookies and cream. That's my favorite. I love cookies and cream.
Chocolate with hot fudge and marshmallow sauce on top.
I just like plain ice cream. I don't like to put any toppings in it. I just like cookies and cream ice cream. And I like frozen yogurt.
No Money Nomad. Oh my God, sorry. My pup Zeba just farted and I got to get out of the RV for a minute, but still here.
Oh my, that's amazing.
That's great.
God, I hope Lila doesn't fart.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Gotta find something wood to knock on.
I know. Hi from LA. Hello. Hello, thanks for your vids. If you had a choice, would you guys prefer an RV or a trailer instead of the van? So RVs are amazing, right? They provide you a lot of space, a lot of storage, a bathroom, a full kitchen and everything, but they come with so many problems. You have to deal with, black tanks and gray tanks and generators and all the electrical. You don't know where electrical is because you didn't build it yourself. And they're so huge, so parking is hard. If you're going to be driving inside the cities, it's very hard. Um, yeah, you can't just park on the street somewhere. You know, you're taking out so many parking spots.
Well, we're kind of
So,
doing that now. I'd rather have a really high quality RV, a small
like a class B.
class C, or like a class B plus or
Yeah.
whatever. Like a high quality, really nice one. Usually the class Bs and B pluses are really high quality, but like a Pleasure Way or something, a newer one, like maybe a couple years old.
Yeah.
You know, something. I'd rather have that than a van or, you know, a schoolie or anything else.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
if I get one
that's
that
true.
opens up in the back that I could put a couple bikes in.
But they're so expensive.
They are very
Very
expensive. Yeah, I was looking at them the other night.
Yeah, and if you get anything older, like an older class C or any like class C's, they just not built very well. They're not built to be lived in full time. So you have to really look to find like a high quality build. When is the Australia road trip gonna happen? Hopefully soon.
I don't know.
I don't know. We both really want to go, so someday it will happen, and we're gonna document it and share it with you guys. How you guys doing on YouTube, Instagram? These new algorithms are killing everyone's engagement that I know. I'm feeling the hurt.
Yeah, it's hurting. It's definitely hurting us.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting. I need to get better at Instagram. Because I'm not keeping up with it. I do want to do 2 Instagrams. I want to have one for my photography and one for van life. Because right now I kind of have a joint one, and it's just not helping me, whether it's photography business or van life. So I gotta like separate them.
Seems like it seems like YouTube is gearing more and more and more towards people who post every day. So if you want to make it on YouTube anymore, you pretty much have to post every day or have something like so exceptional that even if you put it out once a month, people are still gonna watch it.
Yeah, and it's hard. Posting every day is hard. It's a lot of work, but we love it. We love YouTube. We love making videos. So we're trying. Thank God for Max Air fan. Thanks, Jeff, for suggesting to install it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, we love our
They're
Max
the
Airs.
best.
Approximately how much with credit card payment with both of you does it cost you to survive in your lifestyle? I don't use any credit cards. I don't have any credit cards. So,
Yeah, me now, I think it's about
Yeah.
$800 a month.
yeah,
It's the minimum I need to pay all of my bills.
yeah, I don't have any
So-
credit cards. With all of my bills, as long as I make like 500, I think, a month, that will pay all of my bills. Plus, I will need more, some more to pay for food and gas. So, so we don't need a lot. We really don't. But we still need to make money to pay the bills and to eat. I'm back and says I can send you super chat. Check your email. Thank you so much, Jesse. We're sorry. We
thank you
really,
so
really
much.
appreciate it. Anytime I'll cook for you. I love cooking for people. Oh, thank you, Jay Raven. What's your favorite color?
Don't read that one.
Okay.
And it's funny. It's inappropriate, but it's funny. I think it's funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Sneaky little person.
Definitely check with Jamie, Enigmatic Nomadic, about comparison of schoolie versus van. Oh yeah, it's a good idea because he used to have a van and now he has a schoolie, so we need to talk to him about it.
Yeah, I need to shoot him a text.
Yeah, come to South Florida. We will eventually. What is your favorite cookie?
Chocolate chunk.
Chocolate chip?
Chunk.
Chip.
Chunk.
Chunk? I also like peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oatmeal raisin's good too.
How the Goal Zero working out for you, or haven't you used that? We don't have a Goal Zero. We have a Kodiak.
Kodiak.
Yeah, it works amazing. We both love it. I agree with Payne. Need to come
And
back to Florida.
We use it every day
Yes,
since we got
do.
it, basically.
We use it every single day, and we both love it. Yes, we will be in Florida at some point, eventually. Just get an older class B like camper van Kevin. Well, we talked to him at the RTR, and he just says like a cookie cutter RV. So
He liked the Bigfoot a lot better.
Yeah, so we'll have a lot of options, but we're not gonna, it's gonna be at least a year before we move into something else. So we have time to figure it out and start saving money.
There's a lot of options. It's fun exploring the different options.
Yeah,
I like
it is.
looking at different schoolies and RVs and exploring everything that's out there. Garbage trucks, stuff like that.
Okay. Do you have any self-defense things in the van in case of danger? Do you ever worry about safety? Yes, we do.
Yes and yes.
Yeah, we definitely do. I go on walks with Lily every single night, and then I call my family. I always have paper spray with me. Well, it's not a spray; it's a paper gel. So I always have that with me. It's always in my pocket where I can easily reach it. And I finally like got so used to it where I can like whip it out and spray somebody in a second. I almost sprayed myself a few times by accident. So
Whip it out and spray somebody.
so yeah, we definitely have a lot of safety things. Plus, I have Jed. He will, protect me all the time.
We have other. I don't want to give like. I don't want to tell everybody our security things. I try to leave that.
Yeah.
I don't want to give people know what's coming or whatever. You know.
Yeah, so like J.R. Raven says, RV is too much work, especially if you don't buy it brand new. Mine is 1978 Chevy Flare, has engine broke down and she leaks and nothing works. This is how I live now. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You'll find something new. You just have to, wait for the perfect time. You just have to keep looking.
Even brand new ones, people have problems.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
What's that channel? Was the Chris something?
Chris and G Travels.
Yes, they have like a newer Class A that it started like breaking down on them. Yeah. So even brand new RVs they're not built to last. They're just not. So they built.
The Bs are built a lot stronger
Yeah.
than the Cs and As. So.
Lookout bloggers Knorp and South. They started an RV and went all over US, and now they're traveling overseas with 9 kids. I think I've heard of them. I'm pretty sure I have. But 9 kids though? That's a lot. Yeah. I mean, 1 dog is plenty for us. No kiddos. Love your tattoo, Evie. I'm going to get my upper arm done. Is it inspired by anything? Kind of. There's definitely a long story to it. Just kind of keep an eye. I'm going to be making a video about it where I'm going to go in super detail why I got this specific design. It took me over a year to design it, and there's a lot of thought that went into it for sure. And it's like related to family and friends and just life in general. I just did Instagram for my food, couple of travel photos, more following on there than YouTube. Good at photos, videos, not so much. Yeah, you can make it big on Instagram. When we went to we met this guy who makes his living on Instagram by just posting photos, which is amazing.
Of his pug, yeah.
Yeah. So you can definitely make it big, and I really need to get into it and start posting a lot more.
He makes really, really good money doing it.
Yeah.
Just posting pictures of his pug. People say this isn't a job, but hey, there's millionaires who are just making YouTube videos and posting pics on Instagram and stuff. You can make it a business if you want to.
Yeah. What is your favorite YouTuber?
Dave 2D.
I don't know. I can't say who's my favorite because I don't know. I have a lot of YouTubers that I watch, and I like them all. That's why I watch them all. So, but yeah, Dave 2D is funny. I love his roast for sure.
He's
his roasts
funny,
are amazing.
and he's real, and he's creative, and he's interesting.
Yeah. Jesse, you guys are very welcome. Thank you so much, Jesse. Once again, we really, really appreciate it. Oops, missed one. Sorry, Jedi. Don't worry about it.
You're good, man. Hey, 1 out of 1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, you're amazing.
Yeah, we really appreciate you. Really appreciate you.
John says, "Hi guys, you both rock." Thank you. You're both the artist. You paint the picture. Yes, that's true. We just paint instead of using brushes. We use cameras. Where did the love yourself come from?
At the time, I was like super, like most of my energy was invested into personal development, and I thought that was like, if you could love yourself, then you could love everybody else and everything else, and if everybody loved themselves, then the world would change. So I thought that it would be a cool message to spread when I have this platform when people are watching me, even though at that time I had maybe, I don't know, 200 subs or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna get close.
I had very little subs, so I thought that it would be a cool just message to spread, try to do my part to make the world a little bit better place. I mean, even if it doesn't work, at least I'm trying,
Ramos King of Rome is here. Jed has his farts which can kill on contact. That is true. That's an amazing self-defense mechanism right there. Paper spray is good on tacos. Jesse says they're allowed the small mini class C, the ones under 22 feet.
Yeah, I like those too.
Yeah. Nice man, you got yourself a hot wife and she has an accent. Not bad, man. Respect. Loved like a bro. Cheers, friend. Yeah.
Nothing left in there.
You set off the camera.
I installed a new dash cam today, and it's awesome. Like
Amazing.
hardly anything sets it off.
Yeah, it has like a sensor in it that like set it off, so if something like touches the van or somebody breaks in, it starts recording. And it's amazing. Jed filmed the whole video on it today, so it should be out shortly. So you definitely need to watch that.
Probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow. Yes. I have a 1996 Ford Honor built Eldorado Class B camper van made in Kansas. Just got done fixing it up.
Nice.
Nice.
Tell you what, man, having a shower, we can shower anytime you want. Even though if we had a shower in a vehicle, we'd probably still use Planet Fitness most of the time, so we didn't use our own water and electricity and, you know, fill up the gray tank and all that. But having it there for when you want one and you don't want to go to Planet Fitness would be so nice. And having a full sink and a bathroom, a toilet, you know, even if we don't use the bathroom all the time, you know, I mean, we could get a compost toilet or something and we wouldn't have to worry about dumping black tanks. But I mean, even if we only use it in emergencies, it would be so much nicer, so much more convenient. We'd spend less time driving to Planet Fitness, driving to get a bathroom, you know, driving to the grocery store all the time to get food, because we'd be able to store so much more food. They have much bigger fridges and freezers than we got, so we wouldn't have to shop as much. Yeah. So it would just be much more convenient. Having a separate bedroom from a living area would be really nice too.
Yeah.
And more storage to make it easier to get things, because then we could just grab something and go. We don't have to move something to get something else. If I need my tools, I don't have to take the bike off the back and, you know, open up the back and pull the water jug out and all the chairs out and then grab my tools, you know, and then do it in reverse to put them back. Like,
okay. Before we continue, I gotta say, Painful with the Team, thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully I'll see you on the next one. He has to go, so.
Oh, okay.
And then I gotta go back up. There's one, it was super funny. Here we go. I'm a fat guy, so hanging over in space is normal for me. That's so funny. No money, no mad. How do you make money on Instagram? Didn't know that was possible.
Advertisement.
Yeah, advertisement and then sponsorships, I think.
Yeah, companies will get a hold of you. They will ask you to put something in your thing. Like YouTube, that's one of the ways you make money on YouTube too. Companies contact me probably 3 or 4 times a week. I don't know, something like that. It depends on the week. And they want me to review their products, and they send them to me for free to review, and then I review them. And, you know, every once in a while, like the Kodiak thing, it's sold through Kodiak's website, so I do get a commission for that. But most of the time I just get the Amazon, you know, I review the product and then I put it on Amazon and I get the commissions for that. But this guy is at such a high level that these companies will pay him $10,000 to $20,000 just to put their product in one of his pictures. Yeah. Like, that's all he does is put one of their products in one of his pictures. It gets $10,000 to $20,000. Once I get up to, like, you know, around 100,000 subs mark, then I'll be able to start doing that kind of thing too. And then this channel will pay for itself and my life will be able to really take off. It's an investment. You know, but this guy has, I think, 600,000 followers or something on Instagram. So it took him a while to build his audience and his, you know, his ability to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already done 1 hour mark. We're gonna go maybe for like 10 more minutes, and then I gotta feed Lily and walk her and everything. So, but before, there's a few ones that I saw that I really wanna answer. Is any advice on food during van life? Depends on your fridge space, but you know, lots of like soup and dry foods. We want to eat a lot more healthier, so we've been like buying salads and stuff. And we want to start making salads and just eat healthy in general. It just takes more cooking and more planning, because our fridge is, you know, we have limited space in the fridge and there's only 2 of us. So we want to figure it out how much food we need to buy so we can both eat it without it going bad, without wasting any money. So it depends on your van and on your fridge space and how much you eat and what kind of diet you have. So no real advice, I
Having
guess.
a fridge is amazing. Once I got my Dometic refrigerator, it changed everything.
Yeah. Let's see. One put the okay, it's for Jesse. Can you give a ballpark on income from YouTube channel? I need roughly 500 per month. Is that doable? It is doable, for sure. It depends on how many views you get though. So obviously the more views, the more money. It depends how many ads you have in your video and if people watch your video. There's a lot of things that come with that, but 500 is definitely doable. You just have to grow your channel and big enough to make it there.
Post every day. The difference between income for me, I have found, and for all of the
And for
YouTubers
me,
is
yeah.
posting every day. When you post every day, your videos actually get pushed. YouTube wants you to post every single day, and that's kind of unfortunate because in order to post every day, your videos can't be like super high quality. You know what I mean? Like they really value quantity over quality, and that will
Yeah.
definitely make you way more money doing it every day than
Yeah.
once a week or whatever.
What do you guys think of Bob Wells and his tribe? Well, I don't think Bob Wells is in the tribe because are you talking about like the Aja and Kevin Carolyn and all those people because they call themselves a tribe? What I think about Wells, I think he's an amazing person who started a huge helping movement. He helped a lot of people, and I think it definitely takes a lot of work to do that. But he's also very introverted, so he gets overwhelmed easily. So like when I met him personally at the RTR, he was kind of rude, and he's probably just very overwhelmed, which is fine. But he's just an old guy who likes to live in the van by himself.
I think he's helped a lot of people.
Yeah, he has helped a lot of people, and the tribe. If by tribe you mean Aja and Kevin Carolyn, I love all those people. We've met them all, and we saw them at RTR, and then we met up with them at Slab City for 2 days. I love them all. Would I caravan with them like all they do? Hell no. It's too many people. It's the same people all the time, and then there's like 7 YouTubers there. There's the Aja, Kevin Carolyn, there's other people have YouTube channels. So when you camp with them 24/7 and you go to different locations with them, then you all produce the same content, kind of. So it's like, what's the point at that point? You want to kind of stand out a little bit, and we're both introverted, so we like being by ourselves and traveling on our own. So
Yeah.
it would be tough for us to travel with them all the time, but seeing them for 2 days at a time and meeting them at places, it's fun. It's fun to see Aja. It's fun to see Carolyn.
I really like her.
Yeah.
She's a really nice person.
I love how he roasted the Wonder Bus and then wouldn't roast back. Oh, it's Dave 2D. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that if you need parts, that account is still good for you to use. Oh, thank you, Jesse. Yeah, we used it,
Thank
and
you.
it works amazing. Thank you. Favorite YouTuber, Bus Life and Z, Adventure Van Man, Into the Mystery 13.
Yeah. I haven't seen Bus Life New Zealand. I need to check them out.
Yeah. If you had children, would you still continue this lifestyle like some of the other channels?
We're not gonna have children.
We're not gonna have children. So we never even thought about it because we don't want to have children. Stitchy is 1 year old today. Stitchy is 1 year old today. Happy birthday, Stitchy.
Happy birthday, Stitches.
Damn, Jed, I love that story.
What story?
You just said a story of something. I don't know. I don't remember.
602.
That's some kombucha you're drinking. Yeah, Jed loves kombucha. I've asked before, what is the tattoo on Evie May's leg? My daughter says it's Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I guess it does. Yeah, it does look like her. It's just, I did it to kind of remember my mom, so I didn't want to do a full portrait because I don't like having portraits of real people done, but I still wanted to like kind of show respect. So it's actually the red headpiece. It's a traditional Russian headpiece, but it's like more abstract on the tattoo. And then so it's just a Russian lady kind of, and parts of the face are similar to my mom. So like the nose and the lips and the eyes are very similar to my mom's face structure. So it kind of looks like her, but not really. And yeah, that's why I got it. So it's a Russian zombie lady. So I'm removing the factory toilet and blocking off the black tank and installing a composting toilet. That's awesome. Let us know how it goes for you. Can you make a video about personal hygiene and the struggles and solutions of not having a washroom? Yes, I will definitely make that. Thank you so much for the suggestions. I will definitely make that very soon because I have like a list of videos that I want to make. And I think that one is a very good one, which will help a lot of people. So I'm definitely going to make that one very soon. Thank you so much.
Hello, Jim Brooks' father. Thank you so much for your service.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, bye. This was fun. Thanks for you. I beat attitude, work ethic versus eBay again. You two are a class act. Thank you so much, Kathy. Really appreciate it. Jed, you should walk Lily, then you both can pee.
Yeah, I
Yes.
don't know if I can hold it much longer, to be honest with you.
How old is Ed? Well, Jed is 31. Um, yeah, your videos of South City popped up from my buddy when he YouTube searched South City. Yay, that's awesome. You know, we worked we spent quite a bit of time on those videos. I'm very proud of both of my videos from Stop City because
Yeah, mine too.
I think I made it very cinematic. I did a lot of B-roll and cool music, and I've tried a lot of different things. So I'm very proud of those videos myself. I
I
think
am
they're
too.
cool.
I
Yeah.
am too. And the one where you rode the motorcycle, I spent more time editing that video than any other video,
Yeah.
and it got the lowest amount of views of any video in the last like few weeks.
Yeah.
That's so disappointing, man, because I spent like
I know.
probably 6 or 7 hours editing that thing.
Yeah,
Nobody watched it.
Yeah, send me with my motorcycle video. I spent quite a
Yeah.
bit of time on it. And yeah, it's barely made any views for me.
It didn't even get that many likes. Like the
Yeah.
ratio of likes to views is really low.
Yeah.
Nobody. It's funny when you hardly spend any time on a video, it gets
Yeah.
a ton of views and people love it. And when you spend a ton of time on a video and really like go
Yeah.
the extra mile and make it as awesome as possible, nobody watches it. Nobody
Yeah.
likes it. It's weird.
Stock Boy, I actually have a full video on how to make money on the road.
Okay, I can't hold it anymore. I gotta
Yeah, definitely check it out. But yeah, it's YouTube, photography business, and like a few other things that I do. So there's definitely several streams of income. Let's see. Hi, Evie and Jed. Hello, Miss Truby. I was talking about the love yourself story. That's what he was talking about.
Oh.
Yeah. He's peeing back there, and yeah.
Open the curtain.
I'm not gonna open the curtain, don't worry. Let's see. I did great video. Thank you, Greg. Have you guys ever thought of using dual camera for different perspectives in your videos? I think we've done it a few times when we're building the van. The thing is, Jed films with Sony camera and I film with a Canon camera. So it produces different like picture style or picture quality. So when you combine them, and you can see that in one of my Slab City videos, one of the clips I actually used his camera for one of the clips, and it looks completely different. So that could be a little challenge, but I don't think people really care about kind of stuff anyways. Balloony says, thank you so much. This was fun getting to know you both. Love both your channels. Oh, thank you, Balloonies. And Patreon and Genuine's viewers also help with income. Yes, they definitely do. Patreon definitely helps. Even though we both make like nothing on it, it definitely helps, and we both really appreciate it. I love the motorcycle videos with drone footage. Viewers that haven't seen them are missing out. I know, right? Those videos where we did the motorcycle and the drone shots, those are awesome videos, and yeah, they're just awesome. So everybody should watch them. How can we send you money to help out with expenses? If you go to any of my videos, go to the description. I have like my Patreon link up there. I have my PayPal link up there. And that's about it. So yeah, those two are the ways. Patreon, you can pledge like $1 a month or however much, and PayPal, if you just want to do like one-time pledge or donation, you can just send it through PayPal. And I would recommend PayPal. You can also do super chats through here for live streams, but YouTube takes a cut from that. So PayPal is definitely better because that way your money doesn't go to waste. It doesn't go to YouTube. Thank you, Stockboy. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the fun live stream, guys. Oh, thank you, No Money Nomad. You are amazing. Thank you so much for moderating. Here it is. Come on, folks, hit that like button. Yes, hit that like. I only have 39 likes. Come on, everybody, hit the like button. It will definitely help. Thanks, School would like to help you guys out. Thank you, Stockboy, so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do like 2 more minutes. Or 1 more minute, just to say bye to everybody, because Lily's very hungry. Let me show you guys. See? Look at her. Here's Lily Bear, and she was like, Mommy, feed me now. I want to go pee. I want to eat and I want to go walk around.
For only $1 in the super chat, you can feed this bear dog a lot of milk bones.
Yeah.
Every month.
Every month. Thank you guys. Somebody just sent me $2. Mason West, so just found your stream. So can I? Oh, no nudes. Sorry guys. $2 not enough. If you want to see nudes, you have to send like $1 million or something like that.
Wait, he wants to.
He wants to see nudes.
Oh, he wants to see nudes.
Yeah, but you can send nudes if you want to send nudes. Where's the like button? I just oh my god, we normally would like a video, I think. I'm like shaking the later, Evie and Jed, have a good night. You too, Travels from Duty with Trouble. Good night, Jed and Evie, wishing you safe and happy travels. Thank you so much, Harry.
I don't think you can, No Money Nomad.
I'm with Mason. Lose the show, Jed. Yeah, Jed, let's see some nudes. He looks good. Doing how to mod donation messages. Yeah, I don't.
You can't.
I don't think you can. It's okay though. We eventually like to get a house, or is living in the van for life. We do want to get properties to rent out, and then the properties that we can stay at every time we're in the area. Like if we want to just take a break and just chill for a few months, for sure. But I don't know. Maybe eventually, but not anytime soon. I hope you're feeding her some good food. Yes, we are. It's very expensive.
It is, we have Blue Buffalo, actually, yeah.
Yeah, we have Blue Buffalo, and it gets pretty pricey. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. Had a lot of fun. Definitely stay tuned. I'll have a lot more awesome videos coming up. I have a lot more awesome videos coming out where I talk about we'll have separate channels, and I'm gonna do the hygiene video, and I'm actually gonna be doing some Russian videos, like Russian series where I talk more about Russia and my experience growing up there and living there and comparing the two. So definitely stay tuned for that. Don't forget to hit that like button and definitely comment once the live stream is over, and definitely don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed, and love yourself, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, now I have to figure out how to do this.
Look at how it like.
Oops. Woo! Good night, guys. Love you all.